Hey, what's up everyone? So, how do you blend colors in Photoshop? Well, it's actually quite easy. So, there are four different ways you can blend colors in Photoshop. Actually, there's five. The fifth one is something that nobody really uses for blending, but I'm still going to show you all the five. So, the first one is the soft brush. Now, what is the soft brush? The soft brush is a default brush that can be found in every painting software, and it is one of the most useful brushes there is for digital painting. So, this just soft brush. As you can see, the edges are pretty soft. That's why it's called the soft brush. So how do you use this brush for blending? Well, let me show you. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make a selection here, and then I will fill it with a color. Let's say red. Now, let's say I want to create a gradient of blue. So I will select blue, and with my soft brush, I will just paint. And this is basically it. This is how you blend with a soft brush. So you can also use the soft brush as an eraser. So let me show you how you would use it. So first create a new layer. And now let's say you want to create a gradient on this side, but you want one edge to be hard and one edge to be soft. And you don't want to use a selection tool. So how do you do it? So first, I select the color and paint here. And then I will select the eraser tool and use the soft brush tip with the eraser. And then I will erase. And this will also do the same thing. It will create the soft gradient on one side and the other side will remain hard. So this is how you use the soft brush. The second method to blend colors is color picking. So let me show you how to do it. So first I will select two colors. First let's select this orange and then this blue. Now let's say I want to blend this area. So what do? Well, I will select an opacity brush. With opacity brush, I mean a brush with pressure opacity on. Go to your brush setting and in transfer, set your opacity to pen pressure, and that will give you this brush with pressure opacity. And how do you blend with it? Well, so I have these two colors. Now I will select one of the color. Let's select this orange color. Then I will lightly paint with it. And this will give me a third color. And then I will select this in between color. And then I paint here. And I will just keep doing the same thing again and again. As you can see, it is starting to blend. So I will select this color again and paint over this area. And just keep selecting and keep painting with it. And it will blend the colors just like that. Now the problem with this method is that it creates this banding effect. This might not be desirable for you. So what you can do is select a different brush. I'm going to use this bristle brush for this. As you can see, it is very bristly. Now if I do the same thing with this brush, the same thing happens, but you will see that the banding effect will be gone. Now, color picking, I would say, is one of the best ways of blending colors because it gives the most natural results. So I would definitely suggest that you get good at it. Okay, so there it is. It's blended and it doesn't even have that banding effect. It might have a little bit, but it's much better than before. So this is how you blend by color picking. So the next way of blending colors is the smudge tool. So let me first take some colors. At one side, I will take red again, and at the other side, I will take the blue. So this right here is the smudge tool. This finger looking icon is the smudge tool. And as the name suggests, the smudge tool smudges. It will smudge your colors around, something like this, but right now it's not blending very well. So let's change our brush type. So I'm going to select a soft brush for this. And now if I blend with this, well, it's blending, but I would say it's not very good at it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is select the hard opacity brush. I will select Alt plus Control. I will select the brush. And then in brush setting, in brush tip shape, I will decrease the hardness to around 30% and spacing to 100%. Then I will go to scatter and increase the scatter slider to around 80%. And make sure in transfer you have pen pressure selected for strength. And now you have your brush ready for blending. So now all you have to do is go over the edge that you want to blend and the edge will be blended. Now this is too much, so I'm going to decrease the strength to around 30%. And now your brush is ready for blending. And this is how you use the smudge tool for blending. Okay, so the next one to blend colors, also my favorite one, is the mixture brush. Okay, so first let me get some colors. Red on one side and blue on the other side. And then I will go onto the brush icon and then right click. And in the bottom, I have the mixture brush. And mixture brush also works similarly to smudge tool. It smudges the colors around. Okay, so now I'll select the sort brush by pressing Ctrl plus Alt and then select the sort brush and see the setting on the top. This is the setting that you have to use with the mixture brush if you want to use it for blending. And in brush settings, make sure that your flow is set to pen pressure. So all you have to do now is smudge. Now just go over the area like this and it will blend your colors. And I think this is the most natural way of blending colors in Photoshop because this is how you would blend colors in real oil painting maybe. Now this is pretty soft because I'm using soft brush. Now let me show you a different brush. So this is a bristle brush and it works the same way as the soft brush. I'll just have to smudge the area and it will blend like this. And it also feels very natural. Now the problem with mixture brush is that you have to make sure that your colors that you're blending are all on the same layer. If I select this color and keep it on one layer, and then I will create a next layer and apply the next color on here. And then if I try to blend it with the mixture brush, then it will not work. As you can see, just moving the color around and not really blending. Well, you can solve this problem by checking this box, sample all layer on top, and it will blend again. It does make it slow and it lags a lot. So I suggest that you keep your colors on the same layer. Okay, so these were the four most common way that you can blend colors in Photoshop. But there is one other way which is not used. Nobody really blend colors like that, but I will show you what it is. So first, I will take some colors, red and blue. Now I will lock the layer and then I will go to filter and then I will go to blur and then Gaussian blur. And here I will just increase this number and it will blend just like that. Nobody really uses it to blend colors, but it is there if you want to use it for your paintings to blend colors. That was it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.